So good afternoon everyone. So we will continue with tutorial chapter 6. Now we will proceed with question 3 from first hour week 15. Okay, so this question is a little bit tricky, and then you have some thinking to be done lah. Okay, alright. Sebelum kita selesaikan lah. Okay, so it says here, first, bromine gas is allowed to reach equilibrium according to the equation. Okay, so bromine gas, Br2 gas will give you 2 Br, okay, gas. Alright, and then they have given us the Kc value as 1.1 times 10 to the power of minus 3 at 1280 degrees Celsius. Okay, if the initial concentration of Br2 are 0.063 and for Br is 0.012, calculate the concentration of this species at equilibrium. Okay, so now again okay, you kena perlu pakai ice table untuk selesaikan perkara ni, sebab concentration yang diberi adalah initial concentration. Okay, so you have to determine the concentration of this species at equilibrium lah. Okay, so dia ada bagi kita juga value Kc and in terms of initial concentration tu, okay, Br2 is 0.063 molar and Br is 0.012 molar. Okay, now kita kena fikir apa yang kita perlu fikir. Sekarang kita diberi dua initial concentration, maksudnya kita punya reactant pun ada, kita punya produk pun ada pada masa yang sama initially. Biasanya sebelum ni kita tengok initially reactant sahaja ada, so produk kita letak kosong lah, okay, sebab tak ada produk. Now here we have both, we have both Br2 and Br. Okay, so kita kena determine, okay, so kita perlu determine ke arah mana or in which direction the reaction is happening lah. Either it's going from left to right, okay, or from right to left. Okay, so jangan ingat all the cases will be the same lah. Maksudnya reactant akan berkurang, produk akan bertambah, tak semestinya. It depends on the question. Okay, so now okay, how to solve this question? Okay, kita kena recall balik lah. Okay, QC and Kc, relationship between QC and Kc ni. Okay, so kita boleh kira nilai QC daripada initial concentration given tu, and then daripada sana kita tengok sama ada nilai kita tu lebih kurang ataupun lebih daripada Kc. Sebab tu dia ada beri nilai Kc sini. Okay, bila kita compare we can know in which direction is the reaction proceeding lah. Okay, tapi tak apa, kita buat step by step dulu. Okay, alright. So first what we do, we calculate QC first lah. Okay, so cara penulisan QC sama je macam Kc. Contohnya kalau Kc is produk kita dengan reactant dua-dua gas, so kita ambil kira lah. Okay, okay, so our QC pun is the same ni. The expression is the same. Product over reactant, kita ambil dua-dua sekali sebab both is in gas state. Okay, so what we do now, okay, kita kena kira dulu nilai QC and then kita compare dengan Kc. Okay, because Kc ni is at equilibrium. Okay, QC ni can be at any time lah, for example initial ke. Okay, sebab bila kita kira nilai QC nanti kita compare, kita boleh tahu in which direction reaction ni pergi, and then lepas tu baru kita boleh tentukan siapa yang change dia nanti akan berkurang, siapa yang akan bertambah. Okay, so what we do, we find the value of QC first. Okay, so concentration of Br is 0.012 square over concentration of Br2, which is 0.063. Okay, so this should give you a value of 2.29 times 10 to the power of 3. Okay, again kalau jawapan you lain ke apa ke, just let me know, we can double check again. Okay, so the value for QC is 2.29 times 10 to the power of negative 3. Okay, so what does this tell you? Okay, so kita kena compare nilai QC dengan KC. Okay, so you kena ingat pertama sekali dua-dua tu adalah produk bahagi reactant. Okay, nilai QC ataupun nilai KC is product punya concentration over reactant punya concentration. Okay, so now if we see QC ni is 2.29 times 10 to the power of minus 3. KC kita 1.1 times 10 to the power of minus 3. So maksudnya kita punya QC ni more than KC. Okay, apa maksud dia? Okay, alright, when our QC is more than KC, you must know that kita punya produk tu ada lebih banyak. Okay, we have more products as compared to the reactant. Okay, so again kalau kita macam pakai analogi jongkang-jongkit tu or seesaw. Okay, alright, so now we have product more, okay, less reactant. Okay, so how do we balance our seesaw ni? Okay, produk dia kena bergerak ke sebelah reactant. Okay, baru you boleh balance your seesaw lah. Okay, that means now if you notice the reaction direction is from right to left. Okay, it's from the right to the left lah. Okay, so how do you write this in sentence? You can mention that, okay, since QC is more than KC, the equilibrium position to proceed to the left. Proceed to the left maksudnya kita punya produk nanti akan berkurang, kita punya reactant pula akan bertambah. So ini berbeza daripada example sebelum ni lah. Okay, so again what we do first is we write the equation first lah. Okay, we write the equation first. Okay, again I stable tu ada tiga benda. Pertama sekali is initial concentration. Now we are looking at concentration. Okay, next is the change in concentration, and the concentration at equilibrium. Okay, M besar tu maksudnya molar lah. Okay, alright, so again initial concentration values are already given. Br2 is 0.063, okay, and our Br is 0.012. Okay, now that you know the reaction is going from right to left, sebab tu kita kira QC, and then kita compare value dia dengan QC. Kalau QC kita lebih tinggi, maksudnya kita punya produk banyak. Bila produk kita banyak, macam mana kita nak capai equilibrium? The equilibrium tu kena shift ke sebelah kiri. Okay, to give us more of the reactant lah, supaya kita boleh balancekan semula. Okay, so when it's going from right to left, apa yang berlaku dalam changes nanti, BR ni akan berkurang. Okay, so minus 2x. Sebab apa? Kita ada 2 mol kat sini, so just put 2x. Okay, and our Br2 punya concentration akan bertambah, so plus x. Okay, so at equilibrium nanti the concentration will be 0.063 plus x, and for Br will be 0.012 minus 2x. Okay, so ini yang nak cuba highlight kat sini. So dia tak semestinya always reactant berkurang, produk bertambah. So it depends on the question. Okay, unless stated, okay, kita boleh buat macam biasalah. Okay, in this case dia bagi initial concentration untuk dua-dua, maksudnya reactant dan produk. Maksudnya asal dua-dua ada. Bila ada dua-dua reactant dan produk, kita kena boleh tentukan reaction tu pergi ke sebelah mana. That means from left to right or from right to left. Okay, so make sure you are able to reach until this step lah. Okay, so now what we have to do, okay, kita nak calculate concentration of Br2 at equilibrium berapa, Br at equilibrium berapa lah. Okay, so for us to solve that, kita kena cari nilai X dulu. Okay, so how do we do this? Okay, so we have the expression for Kc, value of Kc dah diberi. Okay, so kita akan pakai ni nanti untuk bantu kita cari nilai X lah. Okay, so again, never mind, I'll just write it here. Okay, Kc is equals to concentration of Br square over concentration of Br2. Okay, alright, so now what we do, we substitute the values. Okay, nilai Kc 1.1 times 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, and concentration of Br is concentration of Br at equilibrium is 0.012. Okay, 0.012 minus 2x square, and concentration of Br2 is 0.063 plus x. Okay, so the values that kita ambil ni is at equilibrium. Okay, alright, so ini adalah quadratic equation lah, mathematics that means nanti you kena buat apa, yang 0.012 minus 2x ni you kena expand. Okay, you kena expand sebab dia square. Okay, and then you kena multiply macam biasa lah, macam kita buat matematik Okay, alright, and then you kena rearrange this equation lah. So I will straight away give you the rearranged one. Okay, so make sure nanti bila nak cari quadratic, lepas dapat quadratic equation tu, bila you key in your values in calculator, make sure your A, B, C punya value tu semua betul lah. Okay, alright, so what you should get nanti, 4x square plus, minus 0.049x plus 7.47 times 10 to the power of minus 5 is equals to 0. Okay, alright. Okay, so nanti you insert the values lah untuk A, B and C awak. Okay, to get your values nanti. So nanti you akan, seperti yang you tahu lah, quadratic equation nanti will leave you with two values of x. Okay, so nanti apa yang akan berlaku nanti, you akan dapat two values of x. Okay, so you akan dapat x punya value, I'll give you the value. Okay, nanti make sure you guys calculate again calculate again. Okay, you should get these two values. Okay, so next, sekarang you dah ada dua values. So apa yang you perlu boleh tentukan sekarang adalah value mana yang saya nak ambil. Okay, so untuk tu we have to do try and error lah. Okay, try and error, kita tengok. Okay, biasanya nanti bila kita substitute, kalau kita dapat nilai negatif, nilai X tu kita tak boleh ambil. Sebab apa? Kita tak boleh ada concentration yang negatif lah. Okay, so nilai X yang kita ada tu kita boleh substitute. Okay, so what we can do, we can straight away substitute here lah. Okay, we can straight away substitute here. Sebab apa? Ini adalah 0.012 minus something. So biasanya kita boleh terus substitute dalam yang minus lah. Baru kita boleh tentukan siapa yang bagi positive answer, siapa yang bagi negative answer. Okay, kalau contohnya ada dua-dua minus ke apa, we have to try and error both lah. both the values. Okay, so now what we do, okay, kita buat one by one. So kita insert dulu x sama dengan 1.78 times 10 to the power of minus 3, berapa nilai dia kira, and then we insert x equals to 0.01046 ke dalam x ni dan kira berapa nilai dia. Okay, and then kalau bila kita masukkan yang 0.01046 ni ke dalam x, you will see that we will get a negative value for the concentration. Okay, kita akan dapat negative value untuk kita punya concentration. So maksudnya apa? Kita nilai x yang ni kita tak boleh ambil lah. Sebab apa? Nanti dia akan bagi nilai negatif. So kita cakap apa? Neglected. Okay, alright. So that means value x yang kita akan ambil adalah this one. This is the value of x yang kita akan ambil. So again so you kena pastikan you can do your quadratic equation tu betul-betul. Okay, alright. And then kita tahu boleh expand properly. Pastikan plus minus tu jangan silap lah. Okay, macam maksudnya negatif dengan negatif, positif. Okay, bila kita dapat quadratic equation tu, masukkan the a, b, c values all in our calculator. Okay, make sure you get the correct values. Alright. Okay, so bila kita dah tahu nilai x mana yang kita ambil, okay, we will take this one lah. Okay, so apa kita buat? Kita just substitute saja. Sebab soalan nak concentration BR2 and BR at equilibrium. Okay, so concentration BR2 at equilibrium is just 0.063 plus 1.78 times 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, so should give you 0.0650 molar. Okay, alright. And for BR pun benda yang sama. Concentration for BR at equilibrium 0.012 minus 2x. So x adalah 1.78 times 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, so this should give you 0.0084 molar. Okay, so these are the two values that you should get lah. Okay, so again saya faham steps ni got some extra steps a bit, whereby pertama sekali disebabkan you are given with both initial concentration, reactant dan product, kita kena boleh tentukan dulu in which direction will the reaction proceed. Dia akan pergi ke direction sebelah mana. Untuk tu, based on the initial concentration, kita kira dulu dia punya QC value, and then kita compare dengan KC value yang diberi dalam soalan. Kalau more, kalau QC kita lebih, ingat produk kita banyak. Kalau QC kita kurang, kalau QC kita kurang, reactant kita banyak. Okay, and then dia must go to the opposite direction, baru dia boleh balancekan lah. In this case QC is higher, maksudnya you ada more product. Okay, so nak balancekan tu, product will gerak towards the reactant. So that means from right to left. Sebab tu bila changes tu nanti, reactant kita, product kita negatif, reactant kita positif. Okay class, we will proceed with second hour week 15 non face to face. Okay, so first they ask to define degree of dissociation or alpha. Okay, so as what we have studied earlier, okay, actually degree of dissociation or alpha tu is change in concentration molar over initial concentration. Okay, so this is in terms of equation lah. Okay, berapa banyak concentration yang berubah, change in concentration over initial concentration. Okay, kalau in terms of definition in terms of definition, So degree of dissociation tu or alpha is the fraction or percentage of molecules that dissociate. Okay, is the fraction or percentage of molecule that dissociates. Okay, so now ada contoh soalan yang melibatkan pengiraan alpha tu nanti. Okay, so let's look at the question first. Okay, if 0.024 mole of N2O4 is allowed to reach equilibrium with NO2 in a 0.372 liter flask at 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, so they have given the equation lah. Okay, so dia bagi mole reactant sahaja dahululah. That means okay, initially produk kita tak ada. Okay, so our equilibrium tu memang will go from left to right. So nanti kita buat ice table tu macam biasalah. And they have given us the Kc value 4.61 times 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, so they ask us to calculate the degree of dissociation for N2O4. Maksudnya kita kena kira dulu dia punya initial concentration berapa, and then we find the change in concentration berapa, the X tu, and then kita masukkan dalam ni lah. Okay, alright. Okay, so what we do now, okay, so first kita do our ice table first. Okay, our ice table. Okay, N2O4. Okay, in equilibrium with NO2. Okay, so both is in gas state. Semua kita akan ambil kira lah. Okay, so the three quantities is initial concentration, change in concentration, and concentration at equilibrium. Okay, concentration at equilibrium. Alright, okay, so how to find the initial concentration of N2O4? So soalan ada bagi mole N2O4, ada bagi volume dia. Okay, so kita boleh calculate initial concentration of N2O4 lah. Okay, so just buat kat sini initial concentration of N2O4. So is equals to 0.024 mole over 0.372 liter. Okay, so the value that you should get is 0.0645 molar lah. 0.0645 molar ataupun mole per liter pun boleh juga. Alright, okay, so that is the initial concentration value untuk N2O4, 0.0645. Okay, so NO2 asal dia adalah kosong because no quantity is given, so memang asal dia 0 lah. Okay, so now we have more reactants lah. Okay, so ini macam biasa, so reactant kita akan berkurang, produk kita nanti akan bertambah. Okay, so reactant 1 mole, so just minus X. Product 2 mole akan jadi plus 2x lah. Okay, and at equilibrium at equilibrium the concentration of N2O4 will be 0.0645 minus x, and for NO2 will be 2x. Okay, so make sure you do your table properly. Okay, alright. So now macam soalan before this lah yang melibatkan nanti akan melibatkan kuadratik lah. I'll tell you why. Okay, so next thing is we should be able to write our expression untuk Kc and then we substitute the values concentration and equilibrium yang kita baru tentukan ni in terms of X. Okay, so Kc will be concentration of product, ada 2 mol, so jadi square over concentration of reactant. Okay, and then what we do, we just substitute the value. For example, value for Kc is 4.61, okay, times 10 to the power of minus 3 is equals to concentration for NO2 will be 2x square over 0.0645 minus x. Okay, so again this one nanti, okay, so what you do, yang ni, yang kat bawah ni you kena multiply dengan 4.61 times 10 to the power of minus 3, and 2x ni square ni dia akan jadi 4x square lah. Okay, so nanti you akan rearrange to get your quadratic equation lah. Okay, so I'll give you my final equation tu untuk quadratic tu. Okay, make sure that you guys get the same value as well lah. Okay, so the values that you guys should get is 4x square (4.61 times 10 to the power of minus 3x). Okay, minus 2.973 times 10 to the power of minus 4 equals to 0. Okay, alright. So again, like I told you, make sure you expand the bracket, plus minus tu jangan silap. Okay, and then once you get to this stage, when you insert your values in the calculator tu, untuk you punya x square value A, your x value B, and then your C value, make sure you insert the values properly. Okay, and you should get, by right lah, x you should get 2 values. Okay, the values of x that you should get is 8.064 times 10 to the power of minus 3 okay, and x is equals to negative 9.217 times 10 to the power of negative 3. Okay, so you should get 2 values lah of x. Okay, iaitu one is positive, and this time you get the negative value. Okay, so again, which value yang kita akan ambil for our calculation nanti? Okay, nak kira degree of dissociation nanti. Okay, so kita boleh buat apa? Since ada negative value ni, kita terus masuk dalam sini. Okay, so nanti you akan dapat negative value untuk concentration lah. Okay, so as you know, okay, kita cannot have negative value for concentration. So automatically yang value yang x yang kedua ni kita takkan pakai lah, or we write as neglected. Okay, so the value of x that we will take is this one. Okay, so this is the value of x that we will use for our calculation nanti. Okay, so again, next we wanna, kita tak perlu kira lah concentration N2O4, concentration NO2 at equilibrium. For this question you don't have to calculate sebab soalan tak minta. Okay, but what the question is asking is degree of dissociation, or alpha lah. Okay, so alpha will be change in concentration, which is our x value, over initial concentration. Okay, so our x tu is this one lah, 8.064 times 10 to the power of minus 3 molar. over our initial concentration, which is 0.0645 molar. Okay, so solving this will give you your alpha value as 0.125. Okay, so degree of dissociation tu tak ada unit, just the value ni. Right? Okay guys, now let's have a look at question 2, face to face, second hour, week 15. Okay, so this one they actually want us to relate between QC and KC value ataupun QP dengan KP value, and then lepas tu kita kena tentukan sama ada reaction tu is in equilibrium ke tak. If the reaction is not at equilibrium, in what direction should the reaction proceed, sama ada from right to left ke ataupun untuk left to right ke untuk capai equilibrium tu, to achieve that equilibrium. Okay, so let's have a look at this question. Okay, so at 430 degrees Celsius, the equilibrium constant Kc for the reversible reaction below is 4.18 times 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, so if 0.04 mole of Hi, 0.01 mole of H2, 0.03 mole of I2 are initially placed in a 2 liter container, is the system at equilibrium? Okay, so how do we have to solve this question? Okay, we just compare. Okay, compare KC value yang given in the question and QC value yang kita akan cari nanti. Okay, so soalan ni tak memerlukan kita untuk buat ice table. And QC ni, okay, like I told you, expression for QC sama je macam KC lah. Okay, it's just that QC ni concentration at any time. For example, initial concentration, and KC is only concentration at equilibrium. So produk kita tu Hi gas kita ambil. Okay, 2 mole, so akan jadi square. So reactant kita hydrogen gas and iodine gas. Okay, alright. So initial mole semua diberi dan volume pun diberi. So what we can do, we can find the initial concentration of all the species lah. Maksudnya Hi, I2 dan H2 tu kita boleh cari dia punya initial concentration tu. So for example, kalau Hi dia adalah 0.04 mole divided by volume semua sama sebab dia semua dalam container yang sama, 2 liter. Okay, so you should get 0.02 molar. Okay, and untuk H2 pula, the number of mole is 0.01 mole and the volume is 2 liter. So you should get 0.005. And iodine, number of mole is 0.03 mole over volume pun sama, 2 liter, which should give you 0.015 molar. Okay, alright. So M besar ni molar, okay, concentration. Okay, so now what we do, we just substitute these values into our QC expression. Okay, so produk kita is Hi, okay, 0.02 square, and our H is H2, hydrogen gas is 0.005, and our I2 is 0.015. Okay, so the value that you should get is 5.33. Okay, 5.33. Okay, so what we need to do now, we need to compare kita punya nilai QC dengan nilai KC yang diberi dalam soalan. So kalau kita tengok kita punya QC 5.33 is higher lah than KC kita, iaitu 4.18 times 10 to the power of minus 3. So QC is greater than KC. So macam saya bagi tahu just now, QC ataupun KC dia adalah produk bahagi reaktan lah. Okey. Kalau nilai itu tinggi maksudnya produk dia banyak. Kalau nilai itu rendah maksudnya reaktan dia banyak. Okay, now since that QC is higher than KC, that means we have more product in our reaction tu. Okay, kita ada more product as compared to reactant. Okay, that means the system is not in equilibrium lah. Okay, so kalau dia sama baru dia in equilibrium. Okay, kalau less or more it's not in equilibrium. So your first sentence will be the system is not in equilibrium. Okay, alright. So now what it will do to attain equilibrium ataupun untuk nak capai equilibrium. Kalau sebelah produk banyak, okay, so what happens, it will move to the left. Okay, it will go towards the reactant side. Okay, baru you punya seesaw tu akan balance. Okay, so it will go from right to left lah. Okay, so the reaction tu will shift to the left. Okay, so your second sentence will be, thus the reaction will shift to the left in order to achieve the equilibrium. Okay, alright, so there's another question dia basically the same concept ni. Okay, but now it's involving pressure lah. Okay, alright, so let's look at the question first. Okay, so at 100 degrees Celsius, Kp is equals to 60.6 for the reaction below lah. Okay, you have NOBr 2 mole in equilibrium with 2 mole of NO and 1 mole of Br2 lah. In a given temperature, 1 atm or 0.1 atm of each component is placed in a container. So maksudnya NOBr 0.1 atm pressure dia, NO pressure dia 0.1, Br2 pun pressure dia 0.1. Okay, if 0.1 atm of each component is placed in a container, so ditanya, is the reaction at equilibrium? If not, in which direction will it proceed? That means to the left ke or to the right lah. Okay, and then ditanya kita, determine whether more NOBr or more Br2 is formed. Maksudnya more reactant ataupun more product kita lah is formed. Okay, so again, okay, dia bagi Kp, kita cari dulu Qp. Okay, alright. So Qp punya expression sama je macam Kp. Okay, so pressure, okay, so kita ambil kira semualah. Kalau pressure, ingat kita hanya ambil kira apa yang dalam gas state sahaja. Okay, so our product, we have NO, partial pressure of NO, okay, 2 moles so square, partial pressure of Br2 over partial pressure of NOBr, 2 moles so square. Okay, so next what we do, just masukkan the value sahajalah. So all as the same value, 0.1 atm. Okay, so your Qp value by right is 0.1 lah. Okay, next what we do, we compare nilai Qp dengan Kp. Okay, so now you see that Qp is less than kita punya Kp. Kp kita 60.6, our Qp is only 0.1. Okay, so apa maksud dia? Bila Qp kurang, maksudnya kita punya produk kurang. Produk kurang maksudnya kita punya reactant banyak lah. Okay, kita punya reactant banyak, kita punya produk kurang. Okay, sebab apa? Qp tu adalah produk bahagi reactant. Bila nilai dia kecil, kena ingat maksudnya reactant dia banyak. Okay, so the system is not in equilibrium lah. Okay, that's your first sentence. a system is not in equilibrium. Okay, that's your first point. Okay, second point, you tahu sekarang reactant you lebih banyak. So what happens, dia akan pergi ke sebelah produk. Okay, so dia akan pergi ke sebelah produk, baru you boleh achieve equilibrium lah. Baru your seesaw tu is balanced. Okay, so it will go from reactant to product, which means from left to right. Okay, so the reaction tu akan shift to the right. Thus, the reaction position shifts to the right in order to achieve the equilibrium. Okay, and then the last part dia tanya whether more NOBR or more BR2 is formed. Okay, so now sekarang you kena faham yang kita punya equilibrium shift to the right. So bila dia shift to the right, kita akan dapat lebih banyak produk. So the answer is we will get more BR2 lah. More BR2 is formed. Okay.